Greetings, my friends, and welcome to another rousing tale in the world of Kriegeland.
All right. I will walk up and greet him. I will bow and say, "Greetings, Your Holiness. Mathandus has blessed me upon this day."
He gives you a warm, nodding smile, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he goes, Mathandus blesses us both, for in my prayers this morning, he told me to stop at this orphanage. I thought it would be for a blessing on the children, but I know that you are intended to be a renowned hero of Kriegeland.
Oh,
And then Danielle runs up and she's like, and he donated 50 gold to the orphanage. And he like just beams this big smile and like chuckles like, oh, that's wonderful. I knew a man of pacifism could show the world a different way. And so
yes.
he goes, I have a gift for you, young Helios. And they pulls out.
Simply meeting you is enough of a gift.
Oh, well, the gift of meeting is all but mine, my friend. But he cracks open this little, like, holy-looking chest thing, like a little box, like a jewelry box, cracks it open, and there's a ring in it. And it's like a gold band with a moonstone. And he says, this is an eclipsed sun band. He's like, we like to make these en masse to make sure that all of our Mathandus contenders are out in the world and have the protection of the holy light with them at all times. The eclipsed sun band is a magic ring, and he gives it to you. Are you going to put it on?
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Okay, you put it on.
It would be disrespectful not to.
Okay, and you feel an immediate connection. When it's on you, you know that there's like a magical trigger to set it off. And what it does is it destroys the moonstone, and behind it, there is a spell of sunlight. The spell sunlight goes off, but it's a one-time use only. So you can basically destroy most of the ring's value and its magical property to cast the spell sunlight one time.
What does that spell do exactly?
It dispels magical darknesses. It creates actual like sunlight in an area. So if there's anything that's weakened or hurt by sunlight, it would affect those kinds of things.
Okay.
It illuminates the area so you can see. And then, it's good for like undead and stuff.
Nice.
So.
Okay. I humbly accept this and say I am not worthy for such a gift.
He goes,
but thank you.
He goes, fear not. But Mathandus, he's like, Mathandus whispered to me in my morning prayers that there were 2 rings that I would be giving today. Do you know what the holy light meant by this?
I do not.
So, will you take another one of these eclipse sunbands? And he opens it up. I guess I'll give 2 to you then, good.
Dang.
So
I'll take this and I'll tell him that I will hold on to this until I find somebody more worthy than I to wield it.
Remember, good deeds beget good deeds. So, if you intend to donate the ring, make sure they are a worthy Mathandus follower or one in true need. So, good day, my child. I have many places to be and many meetings to attend.
Of course. Good day. Travel safely.
Okay. And you kind of are in awe a bit, and then I want you to roll an intelligence roll.
It's not my strong suit. 17.
Okay. Mary also donated 50 gold. Is also a cleric of Mathandus.
Okay.
Do you think that Mary might be who he was talking about for getting the second ring?
Yes.
Well, you've now gained a small side quest. You need to deliver the ring to Mary.
Okay.
Or keep
it
yourself and just plead ignorance.
No. I am not worthy of 2. I shall find her, and if she be worthy, I shall bestow the ring upon her.
What are you gonna test?
But I'm pretty
her?
sure she
Are
is.
you gonna test her?
Well, I mean, if she says no, then
Oh, well,
I'll find somebody else.
okay.
But...
All right. So you're gonna go hunting her down until you can give her a ring.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go find her.
Where do you think she might be?
Probably in the marketplace.
Okay. Gonna go check the market.
I would say. Gonna go check the markets. Yeah.
Okay. You get to Market Row, and there's a lot of things. There's scribes and masons and woodworkers and all sorts of like town living style things. The three main retail front style shops that exist there's two general goods stores that are competing general goods stores. One's called Everyday Uses. The other one is called Maneuvering Mercantile. And then there's a blacksmith called Strumlow's Smithy.
Fancy.
So
I think I'll go to the first store, the
Everyday Uses.
Wares. Everyday Uses, yeah.
Okay. So Everyday Uses is it's a building that's been converted from two houses that have been built to be together to make one giant kind of weird shaped building.
Okay.
You go in and it's kind of disorderly. It's run by a family of gnomes. There's just crates all over the place. There's very little organization, but it looks like they have a ton of crap that ton of stuff to sell and whatnot. It's currently being run by a gnome named that you maybe saw him at one point, but he was a contender in the first round of the Heroes of the tournament, but his team lost. So he's working the shop with a few other gnomes, and yeah, they're just peddling wares, talking to customers. There's a lot of shoppers. No Mary though.
No Mary. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go to the second store.
The other general store?
Yeah, the other general store. This burden is on my soul.
Okay.
I have to give it to her.
Okay. You go to Maneuvering Mercantile, which is like a really big warehouse style building. It also has crates and stuff all in like the lot around it, but it's much more orderly. And when you get into the actual warehouse thing, there's kind of a better structure of general goods stuff. And you can tell they're like a shipping company. So they're shipping in the goods and trying to like sell it right there. A lot more employees, a lot better managed and maintained. Still no Mary.
Alas. Is my quest doomed to fail?
And by about that time, at Maneuvering Mercantile though, you do run into Giles.
Oh. Okay.
Giles was your companion for the first round, so he's a war cleric of Methandus now, and you can see he's like shopping for lanterns and stuff like that.
Okay. I'll say hi to him. I won't stop.
Good.
I won't stop for a conversation, but
yeah. Oh, just like
ring.
hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, Giles.
Yeah. Hey, good luck in the next round.
You as well. May Methandus guide you.
Okay, it's about sundown now, and you still haven't found Mary.
Okay. Is there like a big feast happening tonight?
There's kind of partying and feasts going on all over the place, everywhere you look. There's a lot just going on. It takes a lot of time just to get through the crowds in most of the like districts you're in and stuff, just moving through people. So the two main parties going on are the taverns, though. Obviously they've got the big entertainment value of the evening crowds.
Okay. Somebody as worthy as Mary would never stoop so low as a tavern.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like a partying type or a tavern type.
So maybe I'll go to the other kind of main draw of partying. Celebration, I should say.
Okay.
Search for her there.
Well, what celebration?
Um, probably, I guess maybe in the noble district.
Okay.
I'm sure that they wouldn't want to have their party, their celebration with the commoners,
Mm-hmm.
have all these hobnobbers coming through and
Okay.
stealing their riches.
That's true. All right.
Perhaps I'll find her there. If you couldn't tell, I don't really know where to go.
It's okay. I will remind you that Mary did say where she was spending the nights.
Did she?
Yeah, she told you where she was going. Roll an intelligence check, Helios.
Oh, no.
Dang it. When your character has to try to remember.
7.
Helios doesn't remember. He's a flighty and distracted man, and
I was so taken aback.
Yeah, he loses details. So
I forgot.
So by the time you get to the noble district, you can tell that there's the party at the tavern, which is called Flaros, and that's raging. But any other party would be in like manor houses or like the mayor's manor, and there's guards around, and you have to go like maybe convince them to get a late invite or something to. But you are one of the potential heroes of Kriegeland. You've got some celebrity status.
That is true.
But you kind of assume that Mary's not here. So.
If only I could remember where she said she was staying.
Well, find a place to stay tonight, and then you can try tomorrow to find her. You still got one more day, so.
Still got one more day. Yeah, I guess I'll go to the nearest tavern and see if they have a room for rent for the night.
It's not the taverns that have rooms. They have food and drink. There's an inn, an official, like, actual inn. And then there's also just, like, haylofts and random extra beds or cushions or corners or pieces of places in the stables or something. There's always somewhere you can kind of, like, pay someone to stay or something. But if you want an actual, like, bed, you can go to the inn if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll go to the inn then.
Okay. You go to the inn and it's packed. Absolutely stuffed. And it's all like noble types, you can tell, have basically bought up the beds and the territory. So you kind of are like, oh no.
Oh no.
So you can go in and try to get something, but it doesn't look.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
After all, I do have some clout.
Okay.
Being a potential hero.
Oh man, this is hilarious. So the inn is called Rest Call.
Genius.
Yeah. In like the front parlor where the innkeeper kind of runs his office, and then also just like where guests kind of hang out and chat and whatnot, do stuff. There's like but like I said, it's a big noble crowd. Helios can tell just because of the clothing and the smells are the opposite of what you're used to in your life. And you roll in and immediately, actually roll a perception. Let's see if you even like catch on to anything.
Okay. 17.
Okay. So you go in, you kind of are looking around, and you notice that a table kind of like in the back, they're like pointing and talking, like pointing at you kind of a little bit. You can tell like they're not being very subtle, but you know, it would have been hard to notice, but you just happen to like glance over and they're like looking at you and pointing and saying stuff.
Well, okay.
So.
I'll ask the innkeeper if he has a room.
Huh.
Before.
Oh. Well, I usually make it my business to keep one room empty just in case that there's a high-end payer. So, I guess there's always a room. If you're willing to outbid whoever else wants the last room.
For how much are we talking? Like 1, 2 pieces of copper?
He's like, get out of here. I don't have time to deal with you. And
yes, sir. Yeah. Sorry for bothering you.
And you can tell he must not recognize you or anything because he's just like, just get out of here. What are you talking about? Don't waste my time.
Okay, maybe before I leave, I think I'll go over to that table. of the people that were pointing at me
Okay.
and see what they're about.
So
Maybe they've seen Mary.
so you can tell just by like looking at them and what they've got at their table, they look to probably be like the wealthiest table at the party, staying at the inn, and they're constantly they're like there's a servant person like constantly running them something. At any given time, they're constantly like asking for stuff, and they're getting stuff from their own caravans and stores and whatnot. And they're just laughing and playing like nobleman card games on the table with each other and like smoking long cigarettes. And they're and
What a
but yeah, what a life. But the main one, he's sitting there and he's like sizing you up, and you can tell because all the other guys you can tell kind of sucking up to this guy. You can feel the energy before you even get there. He's like, so it's Helios, the partner to the great and powerful Braxton. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That is right.
He goes, what do you know of your teammate?
Only that he is very great, or so he professes.
Well, are you aware that that table there and that table there, and you look over and both of them are glaring daggers at you, bet a significant amount on their friend Braxton to win in the last round. Now, I've always been, how shall I say, underwhelmed with Braxton and his bloodline. And I bet against him. And, well, as you can see, and, like, you can just see, like, the level of, like, extravagance of the parties is clear as day, and they must have lost at least some substantial amount of money on betting on Braxton. So, when you see Braxton, please thank him for me, because I couldn't have done it without him. And you might want to watch your step, because they've been talking about hiring some brute force, as it were, to, come and get their money back from Braxton and his jewels.
Oh, does he owe them money? I'll say, like, the whole thing goes over my head a little bit.
He just shakes his head at you and he's like, all right, we're done here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Sorry to bother you, sir.
Wait. Before you go.
Yes.
What did I tell you to tell Braxton?
Thank you.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Good boy.
And what is your name, sir?
It's my name is too noble to be spilled by a tongue of yours.
Can't pronounce it, huh? I once had that issue as well. Good evening, and have a good night, sir.
He looks and his companions all start laughing at you. Okay. So, there's no rooms unless you want to offer a bunch of money. So
no.
You're just going to go, like, try to find somewhere to...
Yeah, I'm just going to try to go find some pile of hay or something to sleep in.
Someone's got, like, a blanketed loft or whatever, or some extra closet some random lady has or whatever. So you can spend anywhere between, like, 2 copper for a flea-ridden pile of hay, or up to, like, 5 silver will get you, like, at least, like, a cot in some guy's house.
5 silver.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay. All right. It is now dawn of the 3rd day.
Man. Couldn't find Mary.
Okay. As dawn breaks on the 3rd day, you feel a magical alarm ping into your consciousness, and the voice of King Alroy II calls out, "Ready yourselves for journey and join the royal caravan at the Western Toll House by noon." And on your way, since you're all heading that way by about noon, on your way, you run into Mary.
I should have known.
Yeah.
What a fool I was.
Yeah, so you run up and I assume give her the Eclipse Sunband?
Yes.
And then you tell her the story about meeting the high sun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh man, she is like, are you free? He came the next day, like, why didn't you come get me?
I was so taken aback by his holiness. I forgot where you told me you were staying.
She's like, well, thank you so much for the ring and remembering me, like, kind of thing. So she's like,
yes,
what a rare treat to get such a prized possession. So thank you, Helios.
I could not easily forget one so great as you, Mary. But where you stay, that's another thing.
She's like, I was staying at the Graysworn Temple in the Commons District.
Of
She's like,
course.
oh, Helios. She pats you on the back. Good luck in the next round. We'll see you over there.
You as well.
All right. And that is that. Good night, my friends.
Okay.